So when you're walking out in the desert and you walk along and you see, say, an arrowhead on the ground, that arrowhead is there because somebody left it there at some point in time. And we would never know that anybody was there without some artifact, some record of where these people have been, who these people were, what they did, how did they hunt, how did they live their lives, what did they eat, when, especially in this area, many of the people were seasonally mobile. They moved from place to place following what plants were in season at that time, and also to exchange with other groups of people, to see who they could marry, to see what religious festivals they would go to together. Some of those that follow the Katsina cult, they would get together all at the same time and do some of these rituals that were so important, because each group had a piece of the puzzle that only all together they can create the entire ritual. But we won't know about this. We won't know of this rich history, these stories of creation and life, and how things have moved along our histories. These artifacts, these are the history books. We don't have, History 101 for the natives that lived in this area. We need to go through the lens of the artifacts to see their lives. But the most important resource we have is their own stories. We need to listen to the people who tell their own stories, and the stories about how they came here and how they've lived their lives and how things have changed. And we know that people have been on this continent at least 15,000 years. So what do their stories tell us about where they came from and how they got here? Humans, we know humans have been humans for at least 2 million years. But that's just a drop in the bucket for the planet's history. We look at all of the paleontological resources that we have here in the museum, and they extend back millions of years. And humans are just a small part. So we need to recognize we're not the only things on this planet that are important. But to more of the point, me personally, I am not the most important person on this planet. I need to understand other people's perspectives. I need to know who came before me and the history of how I got here. So if you wanted to work in a museum someday, or research more about natural history and cultural history, one of the first things I would say is definitely pay attention to your science classes and read. Read everything. Even your young adult fiction off of the library shelf is important. You get so much of a broader understanding of the different kinds of people out there and the different types of things that people think about, and then you get introduced to the variety of this world. You can read things about Africa or China or Mongolia, and things that you would never think about. Even if it's science fiction, you think about different ways that people think and different ways people would react to different situations. This helps you to have a broader mind about the different varieties of people who have actually lived on this earth, and the different kinds of animals and environments that they would have actually been encountered with. Broad perspectives on just about everything is always important. No matter what job that you ever want to go into, different perspectives on every job is so important.